अस्माकं तु विशिष्टाये तान् निबोधद्विजोत्तम नायका मम सैन्यस्य सैन्यार्थं तान् ब्रवीमिते भवान् भीष्मश्च कर्णश्च कृपश्च समितिञ्जयः अश्वत्थामा विकर्णश्च सौमदत्तिस्तथैव च अन्ये च बहवः शूरा मदर्थे त्यक्तजीविताः नानाशस्त्रप्रहरणाः सर्वे युद्धविशारदाः अपर्याप्तं तदस्माकं बलं भीष्माभिरक्षितं पर्याप्तं त्रिदमेतेषां बलं भीमाभिरक्षितम् अयनेषु च सर्वेषु वृता भागमवस्थिताः भीष्ममेवाभिरक्षन्तु भवन्तः सर्व एव हि तस्य सञ्जनं हर्षं कुरु वृद्धः पितामहः सिंहनादं विनोद्योच्चैः शङ्खं दध्नो प्रतापवान् ततः शङ्खाश्च वीर्यश्च प्रणवानकगोमुखाः सहसैवाभ्यहन्यन्त स सप्तशत्रुमुलोऽभवत् ततश्वैतैर्हरैर्युक्ते महदिस्यन्दने स्थितौ माधवः पाण्डवाश्चैव दिव्यौ शङ्खौ पृथग्मतुः पाञ्चजन्यं ऋषिकेशो देवदत्तं धनञ्जयः पौण्ड्रं दद्मौ महाशङ्खं भीमकर्मावृकोदरः अनन्तविजयं राजा कुन्ती पुत्रो युधिष्ठिरः नकुलः देवश्च सुघोषमणिपुष्पकौ काश्यश्च परमेश्वासः शिखण्डी च महारथः दृष्टद्युम्नो विराटश्च सात्विकिश्चापराजितः द्रुपदो द्रौपदेयाश्च सर्वशः पृथिवीपते सौभद्रश्च महाबाहो शङ्खां दद्मौ पृथक् पृथक् सघोषो धातृष्ट्राष्ट्राणां हृदयानि विदारयत् नभश्च पृथिवीं चैव तुमुलोऽभ्युनादयन् तद्विवस्थितां दृष्ट्वा धातृराष्ट्रान् कपिध्वजः प्रवृत्ते शस्त्रसम्पाते धनुरुद्यम्य पाण्डवः ऋषिकेशं तदा वाक्यं हितमाह महीपते अर्जुन उवाच सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये रथं स्थापयमेच्युत यावदेतान् निरीक्षेऽहं योद्धुकामानवस्थितान् कैर्मया सह योद्धव्यम् अस्मिन् रणसमुद्यमे योत्समानानवेक्षेऽहं ययेते अत्र समागताः धातृराष्ट्रस्य दुर्बुद्धेः युद्धे चिकीर्षवः सञ्जय उवाच एवमुक्तो ऋषिकेशो गुडाकेशेन भारत सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये स्थापयित्वा रथोत्तमम् भीष्मद्रोणप्रमुखतः सर्वेषां च महीक्षिताम् उवाच पार्थ पश्यैतान् समवेतान् कुरूरिति तत्रापश्यस्थितान् पार्थः पितॄन् पितामहान् आचार्यान् मातॄन् भ्रातॄन् पुत्रान् पौत्रान् सखींस्तथा शिशुरान् स्वरतश्चैव सेनयोरुभयोरपि तान् समीक्ष्य स कौन्तेयः सर्वान् बन्धूनवस्थितान् कृपया परयाविष्टो विषीदन्यतब्रवीत् अर्जुन उवाच दृष्ट्वेमं स्वजनं कृष्णयुत्सं समुपस्थितं सीदन्ति मम गात्राणि मुखं च परिशुष्यते वेपतुश्च शरीरे मे रोमहर्षश्च जायते गाण्डीवं संसृते हस्तात् पक्षैव परिदृश्यते न शक्नोमि अवस्थातुं भ्रमतीव च मे मनः निमित्तानि च पश्यामि विपरीतानि केशव न च श्रेयो अनुपश्यामि हत्वा सुजनमाहवे न काङ्क्षे विजयं कृष्ण न च राज्यं सुखानि च किं नो राज्येन गोविन्द किं भोगैर्जीवितेन वा येषामर्थे काङ्क्षितं नो राज्यं भोगा सुखानि च तैमेव स्थिता युद्धे प्राणां त्यक्त्वा धनानि च आचार्य पितरः पुत्रास्तथैव च पितामहाः मातुला श्वशुरा पौत्रा शाला सम्बन्धिनस्तथा एतान्न हन्तुमिच्छामि घ्नतोऽपि मधुसूदन अपि त्रैलोक्यराज्यस्य हेतो किं नु मही कृते निहत्य धातृराष्ट्रान्नः का प्रीतिः स्यात् जनार्दन पापमेवाश्रयेदस्मान् कृत्वैतान् आदतायिनः तस्मान्नारावयं हन्तुं धातराष्ट्रान् स्वबान्धवान् स्वजनं हि कथं हत्वा सुखिनः स्याम माधव यद्यप्येतेन पश्यन्ति लोकोऽपहसते सः कुलक्षयकृतं दोषं मित्रद्रोहे च पातकम् कथं न अस्माभिः पापादस्मान्निवर्तितुं कुलक्षयकतं दोषं प्रपश्यद्भिर्जनार्दन कुलक्षये प्रणश्यन्ति कुलधर्मा सनातनाः धर्मे नष्टे कुलं कृष्णम् अधर्मोऽभिवर्जितम् अधर्माभिवात् कृष्णप्रदुष्यन्ति कुलस्त्रियः स्त्रीषु दुष्टासु वार्ष्णे जायते वर्णसङ्करः संकरो नरकायैव कुलघ्नानां कुलस्य च पतन्ति पितरो ह्येषां लुप्तपिण्डोदकक्रियाः दोषैरेतैः कुलघ्नानां वर्णसङ्करकारकैः उत्साद्यन्ते जातिधर्माः कुलधर्माश्च शाश्वताः उत्सन्नकुलधर्माणां मनुष्याणां जनार्दन नरके नियतं वासो भवतीत्यनुशुश्रुमाम् अहो पदमहत्पापं कर्तुं व्यवसितावयम् यद्राज्यसुखलोभेन हन्तुं स्वजनमुद्यताः इति मामप्रतीकारम् अशस्त्रं शस्त्रपाणयः धार्तराष्ट्रान् रणे हन्युस्तन्मे क्षेमतरं भवेत् संजय उवाच एवमुक्त्वार्जुनः सङ्ख्ये रथोपस्थमुपाविशत् विसृज्य सशरं चापं शोकसंविघ्नमानसः ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे अर्जुनविषादयोगो नाम प्रथमोऽध्यायः। हरिः ओम् श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु। अथ द्वितीयोऽध्यायः साङ्ख्ययोगः। संजय उवाच तं तथा कृपयाविष्टम् अश्वपूर्णाकुलेक्षणं विषीदन्तमिदं वाक्यम् उवाच मधुसूदनः। श्रीभगवानुवाच कुतस्त्वाकश्मलमिदं विषमे समुपस्थितम् अनार्यजुष्टमस्वर्ग्यम् अकीर्तिकरमर्जुन क्लैप्यं मास्मगमपातनैतत्त्वय्युपपद्यते क्षुद्रं हृदय दौर्बल्यं त्यक्त्वोत्तिष्ठ परन्तप। अर्जुन उवाच कथं भीष्मम् अहं साङ्ख्ये द्रोणं च मधुसूदन इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि पूज्यार्हा परिसूदन गुरोन् हत्वा हि महानुभावान् श्रेयो भोक्तुं भैक्षमपीह लोके हत्वार्थकामांस्तु गुरूनिहैव भुञ्जीय भोगान् रुदिरप्रतिविधान् न चैतत्विघ्नकतरन्नो गरीयो यद्वाजयेमैति वा नो जयेयुः यानेव हत्वा न जीजीविषामः तेव स्थिता प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्राः कार्पण्यदोषो अपहत्स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः यत् श्रेयस्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधि मां त्वां प्रपन्नं न हि प्रपश्यामि ममापरुद्यात् यच्छोकमुच्छोणशमिन्द्रियाणाम् अवाप्य भूमावसपत्नवृद्धं राज्यं सुराणामपि चाधिपत्यम्। संजय उवाच एवमुक्त्वा ऋषिकेशं गुडाकेशः परन्तपः न योत्स्यति गोविन्दम् उक्त्वा तूष्णीं बभूवः। तमुवाच ऋषिकेशः प्रहसन्निव भारत सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये विषीदन्तमिदं वचः। श्रीभगवानुवाच अशोच्यानन्वशोचस्त्वं प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे गतासूरगतासूश्च नानुशोचन्ति पण्डिताः न त्वेवाहं यातुनासं न त्वं नेमे जनाधिपाः न चैव न भविष्यामः सत्येव वयमतः परम् देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहान्तरप्राप्तिर्धीरः तत्र मुह्यते मात्रा स्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्णसुखदुःखदाः आगमापायिनो नित्याः तां तितिक्षस्व भारत यं हि न व्यथयन्ते ते पुरुषं पुरुषर्षभ समदुःखसुखं धीरं सोमतत्त्वाय कल्पते नासतो विद्यते भावना भावो विद्यते स्वतः उभयोर्विदृष्टोस्तः त्वनयोस्तत्त्वदर्शिभिः अविनाशि तद्विद्धि न स सर्वं विदं ततं विनाशम् अव्यस्यास्य न कश्चित् कर्तुमर्हते अन्धवन्त इमे देहा नित्यसोक्ता शरीरिणः अनाशिनो अप्रमेयस्य तस्मात् युध्यस्व भारत यैनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम् उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे वेदाविनाशिनं नित्यं य एनमजमव्ययम् कथं स पुरुषः पार्थ कं घातयति हन्तिकम् वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि नैनं छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावकः न चैनं क्लेदयन्त्यापो न शोषयति मारुतः अच्छेद्योऽयमदाह्योऽयम् अक्लेद्यो शोष्यैव च नित्यः सर्वगतस्थाणुरचलोऽयं सनातनः अव्यक्तोऽयम् अचिन्त्योऽयम् अविकार्योऽयमुच्यते तस्मादेवं विदित्वैनं शरणानुशोचितुमर्हसि अथ चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतं तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैवं शोचितुमर्हसि जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युः ध्रुवं मृत्युस्मृतस्य च तस्मात् अपरिहार्यर्थेन त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि अव्यक्तादीनि भूतानि व्यक्तमध्यानि भारत अव्यक्तनिधनान्येव तत्र का परिदेवना आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेनम् आश्चर्यवत् वदति तथैव चान्यः आश्चर्यवच्चैनमन्यः शृणोति श्रुत्वाप्येनं वेद न चैव कश्चित् देहि नित्यमवध्योऽयं देहे सर्वस्य भारत तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि स्वधर्मपि चावेक्ष न विकम्पितुमर्हसि धर्माद्विध्याश्रेयो अन्यत् क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते यदृच्छया चोपपन्नं स्वर्गद्वारमपावृतं सुखिनः क्षत्रिया पात्रबन्धे युद्धमीदृशम् अथ चेत् इमं धर्म्यं संग्रामं न करिष्यसि ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापं वाप्स्यसि अकीर्तिं चापि भूतानि कथयिष्यन्ति ते अव्ययाम् सम्भावितस्य च कीर्तिं मरणात् अतिरिच्यते भयाद्रणात् परतं मुंस्यन्ते त्वां महारथाः येषां युक्तं बहुमतो भूत्वा यास्यसि लाघवम् अवाच्यवादांश्च बहून् वदिष्यन्ति तवाहिताः निन्दन्तस्तव सामर्थ्यं ततो दुःखकरं किम् हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गं जित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे महीम् तस्मात् उत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृतनिश्चयः सुखदुःखे समे कृत्वा लाभालाभौ जयायौ ततो युद्धाय युज्यस्व नैवं पापमवाप्स्यसि एषा ते भीता साङ्ख्ये बुद्धिर्योगे त्वमां शृणु बुद्ध्या युक्तो यया पार्थ कर्मबन्धं प्रहास्यसि नेहाभिक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते सर्वमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात् व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः एकेह कुरुनन्दन बहुशाखा ह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनां यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्त्यविपश्चितः वेदवादरतः पार्थ नानिदस्तीवादिनः कामात्मनः स्वर्गपरा जन्मकर्मफलप्रदां क्रियाविशेषबहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तया अपहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समाधौ न विधीयते त्रैगुण्यविषया वेद निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुन निर्द्वन्द्वो नित्यसत्त्वस्थः योगक्षेमात्मवान् यावानर्थमुदपाने सर्वतः सम्प्लुतोदके तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्राह्मणस्य विजानतः कर्मण्ये मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूर्मा ते सङ्गोऽस्तकर्मणे योगस्तकुरु कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा धनञ्जय सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्योऽसवो भूत्वा समत्वं योग उच्यते दूरेण वरं कर्म बुद्धियोगात् धनञ्जय बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्छ कर्मणा फलहेतवः बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह उभे सुकृतदुष्कृते तस्मात् योगाय युज्यस्व योगः कर्मसु कौशलम् कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ताः फलं गच्छन्ति अनामयम् यदा ते मोहकलिलं बुद्धिर्वितरिष्यते तदा गन्तासि निर्वेदं श्रोतव्यस्य श्रुतिविप्रतिपन्ना ते यदा स्थास्यति च समाधावचला बुद्धिः तदा योगमवाप्स्यसि अर्जुनोवाच स्थितप्रज्ञस्य का भाषा समाधिस्थस्य केशव स्थितधीः किं प्रभाषेत किमासीत व्रजेत किम् श्रीभगवानुवाच प्रजहातेरा कामान् सर्वान् पार्थमनोगतान् आत्मनैव आत्मना तुष्टः स्थितप्रज्ञस्ततोच्यते दुःखेषु अनुविघ्नमनाः सुखेषु विगतस्पृहः वीतरागभयक्रोधः स्थितधीर्मुनिरुच्यते यः सर्वत्र अनविस्नेहः तत्तत्पार्थशुभाशुभम् नाभिनन्दति तद्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता यदा संहरते चायं कूर्मोऽङ्गानीव सर्वशः इन्द्रियाणि इन्द्रियार्थेभ्यः तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनः रसवर्ज्यं रसोऽप्यस्य परं दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते यतो हि कौन्तेय पुरुषस्य विपश्चितः इन्द्रियाणि प्रमाथीनि हरन्ति प्रथमं मनः तानि सर्वाणि संयम्य युक्ता आसीदमत्परः वशे यस्येन्द्रियाणि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषोपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामः कामात् क्रोधो अभिजायते क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यते रागद्वेषमुक्तैस्तु विषयानिन्द्रियैश्चरन् आत्मवश्यैर्विधेयात्मा प्रसादमधिगच्छते प्रसादे सर्वदुःखानां हानिरस्योपजायते प्रसन्नचेतसो ह्याशु बुद्धिपर्यवतिष्ठते नास्ति बुद्धिर्युक्तस्य न च अयुक्तस्य भावना न च अभावतः शान्तिः अशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम् इन्द्रियाणां हि चरतां यन्मनो अनुविधीयते तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञां वायुर्नावृवामसि तस्माद्यश्च महाबाहो निगृहीतानि सर्वशः इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेभ्यः तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता या निशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागर्ति संयमे यस्यां जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुनेः आपूर्यमाणम् अचलप्रतिष्ठं समुद्रमापः प्रविशन्ति यद्वत् तद्वत्कामायं प्रविशन्ति सर्वे स शान्तिमाप्नोति न कामकामी विहाय कामान्यः सर्वान् पुमांश्चरति निःस्पृहः निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः स शान्तिम् अधिगच्छति एषा ब्राह्मी स्थितिः पार्थ नैनां प्राप्य विमुह्यति स्थित्वा स्यामन्तकालेऽपि ब्रह्मनिर्माणपृच्छति ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे सांख्ययोगो नाम द्वितीयोऽध्यायः हरिः ओम् श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु.
Sir, I have one question, sir.
Yeah.
Prajahadina kaman सर्वान् पार्थमनोगतान् आत्मन्येवात्मना तुष्टः स्थितप्रज्ञस्तदोच्यते. Like sthitaprajna means like a
Sthita prajna means a person who has reached wisdom. So that cannot be changed. That means he has already attained that he has absolutely no doubts in his mind about Bhagavan and about himself also. That means he will take care of, Paramatma will take care of this Sthita prajna. All of us, we have our mind. Mind is controlled by our buddhi, but that buddhi waves here and there. If somebody says we go on the left side or on the right side. So, till the buddhi is a nishchita, this is it, idam itham. Until such time, we keep waving from philosophy to philosophy, this and that side, left side, right side, all this is here. But this person has reached a stage where all his doubts were cleared by the Guru or Paramatma. So he knows the Vedas, the main doctrine of Vedas is that Hari Sarvottamatva, that God is supreme. God is supreme.
yes.
Rest everything is under his control. Prakriti and all the jivas are under his control there. So this person there, whatever he has been given to him, is given by the God. So he is absolutely happy. He is not looking for what he does not have. So he does have absolutely no desires from outside. And he never says, oh my God, I am poor. No. He is absolutely at peace with whatever God has given. God has given him this particular body there. He has given him the indriyas, he has given him the buddhi. All these things are instruments. But using all these instruments, he has understood that one. These things he has to utilize for his work. This one is his karma. Karma is depending upon his ashrama and his guna. Varna and ashrama. Varna is where, of course, where he is born there. He is born. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. And stage means Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha. So these four stages, depending upon what stage that person is there, depending upon someone, he has a very specific work to be done. When he does that particular work, he is good at it also. And when he is good at it, then he offers it to the Lord as though it is his job to give it to the Lord. Because God has given all these things here. For example, if a person goes and works in Ford or General Motors there, he prepares the car, everything else. Then after that, he has to give the car back to the company there, and he has to come home. He is not making it for himself there. But in lieu of that one there, he gets a salary there.
Yeah.
So here also, when we offer it to the Lord there, he gives us back in the form of Ayuhu, Arogya, Shanti.
Yes, sir.
So this person who has understood this one there, he does not care, whether he has money or he has no money or he is healthy or not healthy. He not. God wants me to be in this condition. So absolutely that's it. There's nothing. Prajahat yada kaman, that means whatever the desires they start coming there, he doesn't care about that one there. He just passes it off. Manovata. Because mind also, it creates, it desires that. But this person, his intellect is so high, his wisdom has reached a level of maturity. He says, no, that's not required. It's just like any child, they want all the sweets, all the toys there. But it's only the parent, they say, no, you will get what is you needed there. You don't need all those things here, because they don't have any control over their desires there.
Yes, sir.
Similarly also, once we become adults also, that remains still the same. I'm never happy with what I have. I want more because I see the other person who is having more money than me. But this person has reached a state because sthita prajna, that is prajna, jnana, his buddhi is sthita, is not wavering there. Tasya prajna pratishtita. So a person who has reached that level of wisdom, that is
Sthita prajna Pratyanasya ka bhasha.
Ka bhasha.
Ka bhasha.
Yeah, ka bhasha. Step practice. His ka bhasha. How does there are two things. Because I may be a good person when I'm sitting alone. But when somebody comes there, you know, whether it's a friend or an enemy, how he reacts to it. Ka bhasha means how he interacts with the other person. That means how he interacts with the society. Ka bhasha. Siddha Pradesa ka bhasha. Samadhi tasya keshava. How is his buddhi at that time? So then, Sithadihi kim prabhasheta kimasita prajetika. Interaction with society, and when there is nobody there, how does he sit there? That is, what are the thoughts in him at that time? Because it is our personality is what thoughts goes behind our mind when we are alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can observe your thoughts there. Are they Rajasic thoughts, Tamasic thoughts, or Sattvic thoughts? And if you don't observe them, those thoughts, they take over, and that's what we become. Our body language, our speech, our interaction, the language we use with others there, it indicates that I'm Rajasic.
Oh.
So that is one of the reasons it is said here. Do not react immediately. Who reacts immediately? It's a Pashu.
Yes, sir.
Pashus, they react immediately because they don't have brain. They don't
Yeah.
have the intelligence there.
Yeah.
Whereas the person, especially who is sadhaka, he has to absorb them, and even though sometimes he wants to react immediately, he has to have control. That's where maturity comes in. Maturity. So even though the other person is insulting you at that time, but this person has reached that higher stage. That the God is in him. He's telling me something about the defects in me. So he doesn't get worried about that one. Even though he's insulting, yelling at me, and also he thinks that God in him is telling me through him what I should correct myself. That's what. Yeah. Kimasi. Kimasi is not how he all by himself. How is there?
Yes, sir. Kimasi tam vrajet kim.
Prajaitaki.
Yeah,
all this
Prajaitaki.
we have. That means when he is interacting, when he is by himself, two ways. Yeah. A person may be interacting in a beautiful way, oh my God, such a good person. But when he is all by himself there, he may be a very bad person. His thoughts may be quite bad. Yes. Yeah. Terrorists, when they come they don't come as a terrorist initially. They see everything else there.
Yeah.
They mix with people there. That's a good way. But what is going on is absolutely devastating there.
Yeah.
But this person is, even when he's talking to some people, or when there are no people, he is happy and calm, and he is a sattvika. He maintains a sattvikata most of the times. Sattvika, Rajasa, and Tamasa, these gunas, they keep circulating every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, every day. So that's all. Sometimes when we wake up, we are quite, we are very calm. Sometimes when we wake up, already there are so many things going in our head there. Sometimes we are already angry when we wake up there. So, but this person, when he sees that he is getting angry, negative thoughts are there, then he tries to sit down there and again think it through that one. Finally, let the God will do whatever is supposed to be there. Because whatever I am doing, God is doing through me only. I don't have to have 2 cents with that one. So when this person is all the activities that he is doing that one, he is offering to the Lord. That is his puja. Puja means anyone who is supposed to do their duty in whatever field, when that is offered to the Godhead on the puja. That's what it says here. You are a Kshatriya. You are supposed to fight against adharma. So that is your puja. So you do that one and offer it to me. That person, other person, Duryodhana, he is also fighting, but he is not doing it as a puja. He wants to win and he wants to kill you.
Oh.
He wants to grab your kingdom then. So the same action can be done as a puja or as a salvation. The work itself is not a problem. With what thought that we are offering, we are doing the work, that's more important. Kayena vacha manasendriyeva buddhyatmana prakriti svabhava. Whatever activity goes on. So we are offering it to God. Good, bad, ugly, whatever is there. Because whatever emotions I am getting, He's the one who is creating that emotions too.
Yes. Yeah.
But we should have that in here. I have done this one there. If it is wrong, that I'm supposed to undergo some punishment there, so be it.
Yeah.
So that level of bhakti is what is required.
So bhakti of different type of
Different type,
bhakti is
yeah.
there.
But the final stage of bhakti is what Krishna says. A person who has completely negated his ego there and he surrenders completely. I am with you. You give me here. You do whatever you want there. For them he says, Ananyaschantayanto mam ichana privas. But for them, all of us, we have our selfish motives there when we come to the temple there. But our puja is a sort of a deal, vyapara.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Everybody comes to it. I'm going to put $21 here, then the problem is my kid is not well, so I need a promotion, whatever, I want to pass the examination, all these things. In return, we are expecting it. Whereas this person, he is absolutely nothing. But I'm happy, I'm sitting in front of you, thinking of you, seeing you, visiting about you. Is that in return, he does not want anything. So that's the real bhakta. Because he already knows that whatever he needs, God has given to him. God has given to him. That's one of the reasons that he said, I don't need anything else. If a person comes and I want to ask God this one there, then absolutely that he doesn't know who is God. God knows what you want. God also knows what you are going to ask at one time. That's why he's called God.
Yes, sir. Yeah. But what final what do you want? You can do it. I will be there. I give that.
Yeah. But of course, there's nothing wrong in asking that. When we are in trouble there, hey, I'm going down there. Save me.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that one too. But the same, he have 100% confidence that even though it appears to be you're sliding down, if your bhakti is pure, you surrender completely there. That's
No ego, no ego, no ahankar.
See what happened to Draupadi?
Yeah.
There's no one to save her when they were taking her sari out there. Finally, she said, Krishna, you are the only one.
Yeah.
You are the only one. Complete surrendering. Say here also same thing. Arjuna, he said, got confused. Then says, I'm getting confused. I don't know what is right for me. But you know what is right for me.
Yeah.
So, I'm your shishya. I'm completely surrendering to you. You tell me what.
Yeah.
So, God will not save us whatever is there if what God will do. I will take care of myself. All right, you take care of yourself.
Yeah.
So, of course, the bhakta is that means he understands that God is there all the time and he is responsible for my existence. He is the one who has given me whatever I have today. Good health, money, house, family, all these things. A lot of people think that I have earned this one.
Yeah.
It may be partly true, but more true is that because we had done something good in the past, so then there is your karma phala, that's all. That's all God has given to us.
Yeah.
So understanding that one there, at that time, God, I have done something, that's why I'm happy today. I have to do something good today, so that in the future I will be happy also.
Yeah. Finally, we have to surrender to Bhagavan. That's it.
Surrender doesn't mean we have to go and prostrate all the time. No, it is a level of thinking.
Yes,
So if something that is bothering, finally say, okay, you have given this problem for me. You resolve it.
Yeah.
It may not happen immediately, 1 day or 2 days, but you have that consistent bhakti, consistent shraddha. It will get clear. Because we think there is only one answer for a problem there, and that answer is not coming across. So he has multiple ways of resolving things there.
at least per day, at least few minutes or 2 minutes, we can sit in the front of Bhagavan.
Hmm.
Just only just in that time also
Yeah.
you can put the effort in Shraddha Bhakti in
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
finally just
Yeah, the best prayer is Gayatri.
yeah.
Tatsaviturvarenyam bhargo devasya dhimahi. Dhimahi means yeah, meditate for.
Yeah.
Devo yona prachodayat. You energize my buddhi because that's the only buddhi yogam dadami. He clearly says here, this one too.
Oh,
Buddhi yogam dadami. So that's the only way he graces us. He gives the buddhi to do the right thing.
oh,
That's what we ask every day. Buddhi means, of course, buddhi is the highest thing that we utilize as human beings there. That includes also the mind, the indriyas, and all these things also. It's all included. Buddhi is the highest faculty that we have. So if you energize the buddhi there, that means all other faculties will follow the buddhi there. What is buddhi there? God is here. He is the one who is in charge of everything. He's the one who is protecting us too. So Krishna clearly says, all the time you think of me, you keep in my mind, and do whatever you are doing work there. But think of me all the time. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mamanuspara yudhyacha. In 8th chapter he talks about it. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu. All the time. How can we do, we are doing so many things, how can we remember that? For example, if you are having a toothache, yeah, you'll be doing a lot of all the work, but that you still have your focus on the toothache there. It's bothering you, but you are doing those things there.
yes sir. Yeah.
So when you are doing for the toothache there, you can do it for Krishna also. Krishna, because of you, I am walking. Krishna, because of you, I am able to speak. Krishna, because of you, I am able to eat and digest the food there. I am not digesting, he is digesting. Ishvara or Buddha clearly says that. That means everything which is acting, which is happening within our body is because of him. Once we understand that, we know we are not doing anything. We cannot even breathe ourselves.
Mm.
He is sitting there in us. Mukhya Prana is sitting there along with him. So he is making me breathe. I think, yeah, I know I'm breathing. I'm the one who is breathing. What happens when you go to sleep?
Morning like
Yeah, but yeah, that means even when you're sleeping, he is breathing for you.
yeah.
Yeah. When we are sleeping there, he is digesting food for me.
Yeah.
When we are sleeping there, he is the one who is doing the excretion there. When I'm sleeping, he is the one who is pumping my heart.
Yeah.
So all the physical activities there are happening. We are not doing anything there.
Yes.
When we observe these things, that means God is in all of us. That means He is watching all the time. We may not know, but He is there all the time. Because the time He decides that it's time to go, He takes us. That doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah. Yama.
Because once He decides that, Mukhya Prana is out. Because He's always with Him all the time.
Yes sir. Mm.
All the time. Mukhya Prana is there in us inside. Just like in the Brahmanda, Chaturmukha Brahma is there in charge of everything else. With the Pindanda, Mukhya Prana is there. Brahma and Mukhya Prana, they are almost similar in the capacities there.
Oh. So one word also is there, sir, Mukhya Prana Antaragata.
Mukhya Prana, there. In fact, Mukhya Prana, in the next Kalpa, he will be the Chaturmukha Brahma.
Okay. Oh.
If you remember the Ashtotra Shvanamaya of Anjaneya, Bhavishya Chaturananam,
Yes sir. Yeah.
he becomes a Brahma next. Yeah.
Bhavishya Chitraranayana. Yeah.
Yeah, he becomes a Brahma. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he is a future Brahma.
Yeah.
Brahma is number one, Chaturmukha Brahma.
Yes sir.
All
Yeah.
the jivas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he is the one. So Mukhya Prana is very important for us. Chaturmukha Brahma cannot come to us because he has no avatara in this kalpa.
Huh.
So the next one is he's the one who is in all the animals, all the jivas there. Any activity is happening because of him.
Mm.
Because if we are able to breathe because of him, then only I can do good, bad, or ugly things. Depending upon what good we say, he offers it to the Lord himself.
Yeah.
So he is the one who controls all of us there, and he takes our karma and then offers it to Bhagavan there. All our karmas has to go through him only, because if he is not there, we cannot do karma itself.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So all of we always say Bharati Ramana Mukhya Pranantagata Antargata Lakshmi Narayana Maruta Antargata Sita Rama. So if you have to offer it to Rama, you have to go through Maruti only, Hanuman only.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So
Clearly, the word Ramaduta in Maha is Rama also is there, sir. Yeah.
how do we know that? Because same thing, if I have to do something good, or what is there? I should be breathing. There's no breath, it's not there, sir. So, and there are so many devatas in us. Next to him is Shiva.
Yeah.
Shiva is the one who is the one who brought all these five Mahabhutas, Prithvi, Apa, Agni, Vayu, Akasha.
Yeah.
Panchabhuta.
Panchabhuta. Yeah.
That's why it's Panchabhuta. It's Panchabhuta.
Ortho Purusha, Dhamukha.
He's the one. Because this body is made up of this Panchabhutas there. This body is because of him, Shiva.
Yeah.
And he is the one who's controlling our mind. He's
Yeah.
also Ahankara Tattva Devata, Manas Tattva Devata, he's the one. So all these Devatas are there in us. Surya is there in our eyes, that's why we are able to see.
Yes, Surya
Chandra
is
is there in us, that because of we are able to hear.
Yeah.
So all the physiological activities that we see, it is being mediated by the Devatas. But they all act for Narayana.
Surya is
God is only one. Eko Deva Sarva Bhuteshu Buddha. He is there in us. He is there in the Devatas also. Devatas know, we do not know. There's only difference.
Yeah.
Devata means Devatata. That means he has gone through them, so they are fully aware that in each part of their body, he is there. So that's all. So they are Jnana, they are also Devata. And because of his orders there, they do all the functions in all of us. He's there in me, he's in you, he's in everybody else. So this way, he's the Deva. He has all Devatas there. And we have to have the blessings of these people there to reach him there.
Yeah.
So ultimately, once we have to reach him there, but these Devatas that will help us.
Yeah.
How do they help? Because we have to behave in a way, in a civilized way.
Okay, this sloka also like a little bit behavior also is very important, sir, right? Sthita prajnasya ka bhasha samadhistasya keshava sthitadhi kim prabhasheta kimasita vajeta kim. Like a,
Yeah. No, that's a question he asked. That means, how do we know that a person is a jnani? Because he looks like us only. We do not know who is a jnani, who is not a jnani. No jnani will come and say, I'm a realized person. That means no, he is not a realized person. Nobody says that. Yeah. Because by the time he has undergone so much of change there, he knows that he's just a dasa. That means he's a servant of God. For example, we follow it, the Purandar Das. We know that they are realized by their works. Because whatever poems they have written, all those things, they are nothing but the Vedas. Just like the Vedas. So automatically it comes from them. So we call them as Anubhavis. They have experienced that one. Anubhava and Anubhava. Anubhava means that, for example, if I touch with one hot in the fire there, it suddenly burns here. That is Anubhava, experience.
yes, sir.
Anubhava is what happens inside. We realize the God. Anubhava. So they are Anubhavis. So by the way they interact with the society, then some of us we can realize, yes, he's a realized person. He will not say Ajnana.
Yeah.
That's what he's asking here. how do we recognize that he is jnana? Krishna is giving all these answers to that.
Yeah.
That a person who has no desires there. That doesn't mean that he is neglecting the society. No, he is working in the society, but he is not worried about whether he has got money or something.
Okay, next to Shlosi, like a Prajahat yatha kaman sarvan parthamanogataan
Yes.
atmanyevatmana tushtasthita pragnastadhochyate. Like
He's
a
happy
Sri,
inside.
give the reply to Lord
Yeah,
Krishna.
he replied to what he's asking me, Sri Bhagavan.
Yeah.
What Arjuna was asking the question, so he's explaining the it's called Sthita Prajna Lakshana. That means what is the soul? How he is there. So he said, this is a person there. Atmani Tushta means he is happy inside. Whereas our happiness is when we go and get something from outside, our happiness is there. Yeah. So if I get a new car, I'm very happy there. If I eat something sweet or ice cream there, I'm happy outside. So our happiness depends upon the indriyas.
Yeah.
Whereas he is Atmani or Atmashna. Whether he gets food or not, he's happy himself there. Whatever happens, he is satisfied inside. His happiness comes from inside. It is just like a child. Children up to age of 4 to 5 years are there. Once their hunger is also satisfied there, they are so happy.
Yeah.
You should just look at their faces there. The eyes are so bright. They are smiling, running around, all those things. Their happiness is not because, they have got a toy, no.
Yeah.
They're just happy inside. Because they are happy, they are running around. So happiness that comes from inside. It is called bliss.
Okay.
So he says this person has got Atmani Atmana Prajha Prajahati Yada Kaman Sarvan Parthamanavatan. Prajahati means he let go all those desires. So what happens is as soon as we start thinking in terms of I want this new car. Yeah. So once I start thinking that one there, until I get that car, I'm unhappy. Then also when I get that car, I'm happy for a short period of time. After that it becomes old and it becomes problematic also. So outside happiness, the happiness that comes from outside, which comes through our indriyas, yeah, it is not a permanent happiness. It is temporary happiness. The happiness will invariably will lead to unhappiness. So that is the difference between people say I'm very happy.
Yeah.
Very happy because the ICE people they have not come to your house and captured it. Yeah. So our happiness is because of the presence or because of absence of certain things. Well, this Sthita Prajna, you take him whether on the top of Himalayas or probably somewhere in the jungles there. He's happy. Whether he has something or he does not have something. Whereas our happiness depends upon the presence of something or absence of something.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference.
Okay.
That's what all these rishis or yatis or these sannyasis there. They are happy because they don't have any desires. That doesn't mean they don't get desires. They do get desires. But they know how to get rid of it. That's what Prajahati means, you're getting rid of it.
Yeah. Yatha kaman sarvan.
Kama, sarvan kama. All the desires. Yeah. Prajahati. Sarvan kama, manogata.
Manogata.
But what comes in the mind? Whatever comes in the mind there, that it is, he let go. Because he knows his happiness does not depend upon getting the things that are coming as a desires there. See, God is inside me, that he is Atmani eva Atmani Santulta. He is happy inside.
Yeah.
So
one more question, sir, like last one more.
this is the one actually, 69.
Yes, sir, this is 69, but
Ganesha Sarvabhutanam Tasyam Jagati Sanyami.
this one, sir, like in the number shloka is 31, sir, like
31.
yes, 31 स्वधर्ममपि चावेक्ष्य
No, Chaveksha.
विकम्पितुमर्हसि धर्मादि यदा क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते.
What is your dharma? Because he says, of course, killing our own people is not dharma. That's what Arjuna is telling them. But he said, your dharma, what is your swadharma? That you are a kshatriya. Kshatriya is the one who has to protect the dharma. Then anyone who is against the dharma or against the God, you have to fight and control them, nigra. That is your dharma. Doesn't matter who is in the party of adharma. It may be a different person or your own people there. If they are supporting adharma there, they are supporting Duryodhana. Who are supporting? Bhishma was supporting, Drona was supporting, Arjuna was supporting, all these people. And his own kids and they are supporting. So once they are on the other side, they should be seen as the enemies of dharma. That is your dharma. So once you see that, fighting those elements becomes your dharma.
Okay.
So, you are not killing your own people there. You are killing adharmis.
Yeah.
Because dharma should take over.
Yeah.
Just like if the police are probably judge there. The judge cannot say it because the criminal is his son. So I'm not going to let him go. No. If he is a criminal, he has to go to jail. So even the father is a judge there, he has to write. So that is the dharma.
Yes. Yeah.
And just because the judge, he writes a judgment for a person is a capital punishment that each person should die.
In Sundarakanda also one sloka is telling us every day like a dharmatma satyasandhascha ramodasariyadhi paurusheja pratitbundha sharayanam jahiravani. Like a Sundarakanda also one sloka is also is there. Dharmatma, like a Rama is a dharma.
Yeah. Because we do not know. Many times we get confused what is dharma and what is adharma. Because the very first chapter, Arjuna Ushada Yoga, Arjuna is arguing because he is arguing for dharma. Hello? Yes, sir. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. That's good. No, yeah. Together, yeah. Oh yes, thank you for doing that. Yeah. No. Yeah. Thanks for doing it. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have to do it. Okay? Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what is dharma and what is dharma? We don't know. We think that what we know is dharma. No, sometimes we will be wrong. So Krishna says,
Yes, sir.
if you see what is dharma, so whatever is good for the society with all the sattvikas are there, that is dharma. Telling a lie is a dharma, but telling a lie is to save a rishi, that is a dharma. So it is what is the ultimate goal, that's more important. Dharma and dharma.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु.